Gonna do some training. Gonna do some training. Yeah, I'm gonna do some training, guys, because I've got to train. My goal is to get everyone up to around level 22 or so. Hopefully that'll be sufficient. Yeah, not too far. We'll see what I can do with training. I'll try to find the right spot. But anyway, I will probably be speeding this up, putting some music over it, and then answering questions. So, yeah, let's start. Alright, it's that fun time to ask some questions and get some answers. Now, I'm gonna probably be paraphrasing a lot of this, but you'll get the idea. Okay, so AwesomeLord98 asks, do I store the files for every episode I upload to YouTube on my computer or an external drive, or do I delete them after they've been uploaded? That's a great question. I actually store all of them on my computer. This is so nice if I need to go back and check something or re-edit things, and it means I end up with a lot of storage. I actually just had to order another 4 terabytes worth of storage because I used up the terabyte drive I just bought before Black and White 2 came out. So yeah, a lot of footage ends up being used. Alright, the next question is by Kirby the Epic. Do I have a big stash of Emerald Nuzlocke raw footage somewhere, and am I just voiceovering and uploading it as time goes by, or am I playing the game and editing it as I go along? Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke is live commentary. Everything I do is right on the spot. All the voiceover, the commentary, it's done on the fly. Other than this, obviously, because I'm speeding everything up. The same actually holds true for my White 2 series. I switched to live commentary not too long ago. As for how much I have in a stockpile, I try to play about 40 minutes a day at night, and then I have to take about another 30 or 40 minutes editing the video and uploading it. So I don't have this huge stockpile, but usually I'll have maybe one episode more than what's on YouTube. Okay, another question by Kotenbu. Why are you so sensitive about ROM usage? The reason is I'm really anti-piracy. I think that Nintendo does a great job with these games. I know, you just hate hearing it, and one of the reasons I don't use emulators just for recording, even if I own the actual copy, I just don't want to promote the idea or the thought of using emulators to play games. I have heard so many people just ask for download links rather than go out and buy the game. Now, that's just my position on things. I mean, I just hope you do the right thing. I know that there's always exceptions and stuff. I hope that if you do use emulators, you actually own the physical game. But I try not to use emulators on any sort because it gives the wrong message. Okay, this question's from Soul Silver Inferno. Who's your favorite YouTuber and why? Well, that's a very good question. I don't watch a lot of YouTube stuff nowadays. I mean, I do, but I'm so busy, it's hard enough to watch my own. But one of my favorites I've watched just so many of. He does Minecraft videos and does some Pokemon videos too. At least he did back in the day a lot more. King Daddy D-Mac. His Minecraft series is just so entertaining. I learned so much watching him too. So if you're into that, give him a watch. He also has some pretty good battles too. Okay, and then Junior Rutin, I think that is, asks, any plans for a DS Nuzlocke in the future? Yes, I do have plans for that. I'm going to keep it under wraps which game I'm going to play, though, but after this one's wrapped up, I'll take a look at my next Nuzlocke option. The Pokemaster 1252 asks, what happens if you catch a Pokemon on a route, then the game freezes? Are you still going to count that or not? Ooh, that would be really bad if that happens. I really hope it doesn't. Really, at that point, I would pretty much have to count that. It's tough. If I didn't have the footage, I guess not. I don't know. It's really one of those things I hope I never have to deal with. But if something like that does happen, I'll probably ask the audience to see what they would want me to do. Okay, so Coughing Rocks asks, will you be covering the after game and fight Steven? Yes, I will. And Derek Gomer asks, you should change to whoever is closest to your trainer ID out of your trainer or something. With an exclamation point. I agree, I should. I don't know whatever. AidenBot360 asks, this is weird, but if Pokemon existed, what one would you put in a sandwich? I'm just gonna have to go for a Chansey egg omelet, please. Put it in a sandwich, it'd be so good. I don't want to actually eat an actual Pokemon because I'm a vegetarian. And I guess that's what will bring me to my next question I'm gonna bring up, and this one's by Twilight Princess 1985. Thanksgiving is coming up, and my question is, what do you do for Thanksgiving meals being a vegetarian? That gets asked so often by all my people I know in person. They're like, what do vegetarians eat in Thanksgiving, man? Well, my mom, she's awesome when it comes to cooking some really great food that's vegetarian. I mean, she raised me that way, and now I cook on my own, but I still go over there for Thanksgiving. And she makes this delicious baked corn and mashed potatoes with gravy and squash, and what else do we have? We just have a whole ton of things. But the star of the show is what we call meatless loaf. And this is just amazing stuff. It's made using the vegetarian griller stuff that's kind of like a meat substitute. You put cheese in it and mushrooms. Oh, it's just great. Trust me, I never go hungry. We did try a tofurkey one time, you know, the imitation turkey. It was okay. It wasn't that great. And I guess that adds on to another question by Kirby the Epic. On that note, why are you a vegetarian anyway? Mostly for health reasons. My parents, they were kind of nervous about, you know, the mad cow disease and all this stuff, so when they raised me, they just decided to raise me that way, and figuring it'd always be a choice of mine. My brother, he decided to go and eat meat afterwards, once he became of age, and I'm comfortable being a vegetarian, so I just kept that way. I don't really, you know, feel it's for environmental reasons, although that's a plus, and I don't feel it's for humanitarian reasons, although that's also a plus. It's mostly just for health reasons. Now, Brian Dancer asks, what made you decide to name your Pokemon after food? I was hungry. Narschool Vlog asks, is there a Miss Marriland? You don't have to answer if it's too personal. Don't worry, ladies, there's not. At least not now. Not currently, at least. There have been in the past, but that's long in the past, sadly. Alright, and Bowie2Bob asks, what Pokemon would you go out with? Huh? I don't think so, pal. I don't roll that way, trust me. Alright, now we have a question from August Smith. Maryland, are you planning to do Let's Plays of anything not Pokemon or Minecraft? Not really. Sorry. Those are my two niches. I'm gonna stick to them. Watermelon Man asks, what are some Pokemon you really hope you're able to catch in the future, if encounters permit? For some reason, I really want to catch a Spinda. I don't know why. I know they're not all that great, but it just excites me. I want to use one. Wrestling Animal 797 asks, 13 episodes without a death. How do you do it? I just have to say it's my sheer awesomeness. Nah, it's just being careful and stuff. I mean, I try not to get too risky. I don't try to play it super duper easy, but, you know, I've played a bit of Pokemon games, and this isn't my first Nuzlocke, so I have an idea of what to expect. Multi-Aura Master asks, if you had to pick one of the Pokemon that you have right now that you would want to be on your team by the end the most, who would it be? That's really tough, but I'd have to say Omelette, just for the originality factor, I guess. I don't really hear too much about Illumise being used on teams, so if she can make it that long, that would be great. Alright, gonna cut that music out for a moment here, because Frittata grew to level 22! You know what that means, right? What? Frittata is evolving! Hooray! Finally. And just a level earlier, it got Wing Attack, which is just so good. Now, Frittata's evolved into a big, kind of weird-looking Golbat. Alright, yeah, there we go. Golbat. I kind of want to give it one more level, because hopefully it'll evolve into Crobat. I feel like it's happy with me. Huh, so now its attack and special attack are even. That's cool. Maybe they always were. I hate this nature on it. Modest is awful. Ugh. Wow, that speed. Hey, this thing's pretty good. Let's see, 1379. Maybe it would be worth training these two up to level 23. I know it's just gone on and on, but it shouldn't take too much time. I'll tell you what, I'll train up Frittata and Waffles to level 23, because I think I might need it for this upcoming gym. I'll start with Waffles. They both have the experience share. Well, let me take that back. Frittata has the experience share, so we'll give Waffles a little attention. Beating up on random Oddishes. Wordish! Anyway, I think I'm gonna go back to some music or something. Just, I don't know. So, yeah. Alright, so back to the questions. My Game Dragon asks, Devin, do you play the Pokemon trading card game? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. I love the cards, I collect them. I'm a pretty good battler, actually. I've won a trip out to New Jersey way back. Took 5th place in this big tournament out there. And I've been doing pretty good lately, too. I mean, I'm not the best in the world, but I'm not too shabby either. Alright, so the Aquavolt asks, Marriland, why don't you just heal up at the Pokemon Center when it's so close instead of wasting items? Well, part of the reason is I want to avoid Pokemon Center spamming. I mean, I do use the Pokemon Center, there's no restrictions, but, you know, I'd rather try to avoid using it too often just because some people rely only on that, and I think, you know, add a little bit to the challenge, I guess. Mr. Vlad the Man asks, so what happens if your team dies and Fries is the only one left at level 5, late game? Well, if that happens, that means Fries must have somehow survived the fight, making him pretty much the ultimate bro. I will give him a golden crown and he will be the bro of all broness. Yeah, that'd be pretty great, huh? And then Labin Bull asks, this may be a weird question, but what do you consider your Pokemon's personalities to be like? Whew, man, that's a tough one. Waffle's probably pretty hot-headed. Pizza, kind of calm and collected, I guess. Sushi, I don't know, kind of playful, I guess. Probably Frittata, too. I could see them kind of playing with each other. Fries, a little frisky. And then Omelet, I don't know, kind of probably rather vain and, you know, like a beauty or something. Alright, so that's all the questions for now. If you have any other questions you want to ask, hey, now's a great time to ask them. Just leave them in this video and maybe I'll see them. Yeah, but anyway, we're going to take on the gym in the next episode of Marriland's Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke.